Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. I hope you're having a great day so far and thank you for coming here to hang out with me for a bit. I have a few topics today that I want to talk about. First off, I want to go through my Rhinebeck and fall sweater knitting plans and what's already on my needles and what I would like to be able to knit in the next month or so, which is a whole thing, but we'll get there in a minute. Then you also get to come and hang out with my friend Erica and I. We met for coffee earlier this week and we were kind of going through everything we want to knit together. We like to talk, of course, about new patterns we've seen, all that stuff. And then she's going to show us some of her finished objects and what's on her needles. And also she's going to tell us a little story about how she somehow became our area vintage stocking knitter, like the vintage Christmas stockings over the years. So she used to own a vintage and yarn shop called Hill Vintage years ago, and it's been closed for a while, and I miss it very much. It was a very, very cool store in our city. And during that time, she would like knit commissions sometimes at the shop, and then word of mouth throughout the years, she gets like a few orders each year. Do not bug her for more stockings because I think she's good. But she's going to talk about the stocking knitting because I think she's knitting 4 more this season before the holidays. So that's always fun to hear about. And then stick around because I have an amazing, super cool giveaway. And I don't do that very often here, but this is very special and very handmade and super, super cool. So there's one thing I'm giving away, but there's also a really good coupon code for something that goes on sale today. So stick around for that because it's really awesome. But let's get started with the knitting plans, the fall knitting, and the Rhinebeck knitting. So every year I have lofty goals that I'm gonna have all of these beautiful sweaters of my dreams ready for Rhinebeck each year. And every year I get derailed somehow. But it's just like I think all summer I'm gonna make like 5 sweaters and it just doesn't happen with our schedules and our lives and everything else going on. And also I'm a knitwear designer, and so I always have design work and samples to knit that pops up usually right now and the months before. So that keeps me really busy as well. So what I've been working on this week and last week mostly, you'll know if you've watched here before that I have a sweater design out right now for a knit collage that's going to be part of their fall knit along collection. I'm not sure if it's in the knit along yet. There's still voting happening and stuff like that. It's going to be announced really soon. And right now I'm knitting more knit collage designs for the spring. And so in the past 5 days, I have made 3 whole knit collage sweaters, but that includes the vest I made last week. That was that tomato orange color, the red orange. That's the side tie vest. I am knitting 3 more sweaters besides that and designing and writing the patterns as I go. I write some of it ahead of time and then I write some of it as I knit because things always need to be adjusted. And so I'm working on all of that right now, which is a lot of work. It takes a lot of brain power and it's not as fast as knitting a sweater from a pattern that's already done. It's a whole other animal. So I'm working on that, and that is taking more time away from my Rhinebeck knitting that it's not a bad thing. Like I'm more than happy to do design work. It is my, favorite thing ever, but also I'm trying to get some things done like fun knitting. So, this is still fun knitting, but other than that, I kind of was really indecisive and spontaneously casting on all these different things that I figured I could maybe finish before Rhinebeck. And we are leaving, my friend Erica and I are going again this year together. We are leaving, I believe, on October 17th. And today when I'm filming this, I believe we have 20 days between now and then, which is less than I would like. I wish I had more time. There's never enough time. But so last week I decided to cast on a Lopi cardigan in black. Like, I know I will wear this so much. I just don't know if it needs to be my Rhinebeck sweater, but I really for a minute thought it should be. I think I'm thinking, we always add on a couple days in New York City after Rhinebeck, which I love. We get to have the city and the like upstate New York experience. And so I really felt strongly like I needed this Felix cardigan, which has been in my queue forever. There's a Felix pullover and a Felix cardigan, and they're just very simple, wearable basics. And Lopi knits up very quickly. And so I was like, I'll just knit up a quick cardigan. And it started off really, it does go really quickly, and maybe I can finish this, but I am like still working on the top of it. You're not going to see it very well because it's black, but there is that really cool eyelet shaping in the raglans. You know, it's like that. If I can duck down and you can see, it's like these little V's of eyelets that come down for the raglan, and it's a really basic, nice layering piece that I still want to work on, but now it's not really my top priority. But I love a Lopi sweater. I love a black sweater, and I want to make a black pullover as well, but this is something I did that it's nothing wrong with it. I can take it with me and knit it, or maybe not. It is hard to knit black yarn. You know, we all know this. So I've been knitting this during the day. I kind of have abandoned it while I've been doing the knit collage, and I've been doing other things. So you'll see, I mean, we'll get to it in a minute, but I had also kind of recently cast on this 1999 sweater, which is one of my patterns. It is this sweater pattern, but in a slightly more narrow stripe in Brooklyn Tweed's Tones yarn with these two golden, yellowy, green colors. And this is still a contender. I still think I could probably finish this in time if I buckle down. What I might do is, this is the neck, so it's top down. I might go pick up the neck stitches and knit the neck, which is how I knit this one. Once the neck and the collar is done and you just kind of speed through the rest of it, for some reason it makes me feel like it's more complete and easier to tackle, like because that piece is finished and you're just working down from there. So I might do that because that wouldn't take long, and then just keep going. My raglan is pretty far along. I don't have that much left. Then I can divide for sleeves, knit the body, and that might be kind of nice, just stockinette knitting that I can maybe get through in 20 days. This is totally possible. So this is gonna be my backup if my other project doesn't work. I want several things. I would be so happy to wear this to Rhinebeck. So this is definitely, the more I look at it, I'm like, that would be really fun. It's kind of fall. You know, I love a yellow, but it's like a fall yellow vibe. And I know it would be amazing if I could just get it done. So it's still possible. It is like a light worsted. I'm knitting it on US 7s, so it's possible, and it's in the running. And yes, both of these are the 1999 sweater that I wrote recently, and it's on Ravelry. And you can do any stripe. You can do a 2-color. You could do a black and oatmeal stripe, which I'm thinking about. You could do a 2-color, a 3-color. It's a very good stash buster. It's a really fun, quick knit, and I should be able to finish another one, right? But yeah, I do plan on wearing this to Rhinebeck, I think. This might be a Rhinebeck sweater, and then maybe my vest on the Cake Palooza day for the knit collage, because I know they're going to be there vending, and it's fun to wear the yarn that you've used from the vendor that you're going to see. And then I'm kind of thinking this is why I need one more sweater for Sunday. So this would be like, this could be Saturday, my vest could be Friday, but then Sunday, I mean, I could definitely wear a sweater I've already knitted. There's plenty in my sweater pile that I could choose from. Like, I was also thinking about doing my Warmthness sweater, which is the yellow with the little flaps. It's very fun to wear, and it's like one of my favorites. And it's in La Bien Aimée yarn, which I'm gonna probably see them as well. So I might bring that one too, but I want one more sweater, I think, for Sunday, I think. So the thing I am working on that I'm hoping I can get done is a Gib sweater by Andrea Mowry, and here's how far I am. It has short rows in the back. This is the back of the neck. It has a nice 2x2 rib, and it's a little longer there and a little shorter in the front. And I've just started my setup rows. There is like a textured pattern and some cabled raglans, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful, simple one-color sweater. There's no color work or anything. but I've wanted to make Gib for a long time. It's been in my queue for a while, and I wanted to use it with this Sock Hill yarn, which I bought at Rhinebeck last year in their indigo black color, which I love. It is my favorite color. And my vision for this came from an online ad I saw for the brand Toast. You know what I'm talking about, clothing. It's kind of a more expensive brand, but they had this beautiful, model dressed in a dark colored sweater, and it was like a yellow corduroy long skirt. And I don't have a skirt like that, but I do have yellow pants from Wild Fang that I love. And I kind of feel like I could get that outfit vibe if I finished my dark colored sweater to go with it. And so I just love knitting something with Rhinebeck yarn that I've bought years prior. And then this Gib sweater, I just want it. And I think it's really wearable and cool. And so this I am trying to knit by Rhinebeck. And I've done way, way crazier things. I do think it's possible. I realize, and I'm trying to be realistic because I do have a lot going on between now and then, just in work life, family life. It's just a busy time of year. And so, but if I can do it, if I can squeeze it in, if I can pull out some late nights of knitting, I never regret it. So this is definitely my goal. So what is my plan to get this sweater knit in 20 days? I do have a loose schedule that I just put together with my calendar that is, I feel, realistic-ish. And then, it's going to be flexible. Things are going to come up. I know this is going to happen. I'm prepared for that. But I have a loose guideline set out that does feel doable. And if I just have a date put down on my notes that I can look at and in my mind, if I can get to this point by this date, it is doable to get to the next point by the next date, and then the final part by the final date without saving the whole thing for the end. And so in looking at my calendar, I'm breaking the sweater down into 3 parts. So I've got the collar down. That's the smallest part, but it's done. So the next part is obviously the yoke for my top-down sweater. It's a raglan. That is probably the biggest part. But I do have a weekend coming up right now that I think I can devote some good time this weekend to getting a good chunk of the yoke done. Then the next part, body, the next part, sleeves. So I'm breaking it down into 3 chunks. I was also thinking in 20 days I could do 4 groups of 5, but I'm going to do 3 groups of just kind of 7 days each-ish, and leaving some time at the end for finishing and getting the sleeves done. So my first goal is to get the yoke done by September 30th. I think if I try really hard, I can get the yoke done by September 30th. Some people might laugh at me and be like, that's totally not, you can do that. That's easy. But I don't have like endless days to just knit. I still have, my full-time job, my kids, which keep us very, very busy. I have a senior in high school and a son in junior high, and then we just have a lot going on. And just aside from that, but I think if I could knit the yoke by September 30th, that would be huge and would feel like a big jump start to making this doable and like a realistic possibility. Then if I give myself October 1st through 7th to do the body, October 8th through 16th for sleeves and finishing, I'm good. So that is at least pretty much like 7 days each, except for the yoke. But it can overlap a little bit, but that just gives me a little bit of a time frame to get it going. And once I see progress, I get really motivated to get it finished. And I really do want to wear this. It'd be so fun if I could do it. Last year, if you remember, before Rhinebeck, I went on a family trip to California. We did a road trip. We drive because my son has autism. He doesn't like airplanes yet, but someday I think we'll get there. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I knit my entire Rhinebeck sweater last year in the car, 2 days of traveling to California, and I knit a little bit there, but not much because we were doing a family wedding and it was very, very busy. And then we were in LA and it was like other stuff, not knitting time. Then I knit the rest of the sweater on the way home, 2 days driving back, 2 like 12 to 14 hour days, solid knitting time in the car, and I finished the whole sweater. So when you think about it like that, if you really did have 4 uninterrupted, very long days where you are really not stopping, you can knit a whole sweater. So I think I can do this in 20 days with my plan. And so that is what I'm doing. I'm doing yoke by September 30th, October 1st through 7th, body, October 8th through 16th, sleeves and finishing. Check back with me next week and see if this ends up working out or not. I try to be realistic, but I cannot help myself with being like irresponsibly ambitious. It's okay. It's okay. Cast on all the things. I say it's okay. It's fun. It's more fun that way. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with having 5 different sweaters and the needles. If I could do everything I wanted to do, I would make the Arrow sweater by Petite Knit. I have yarn for that from Ritual Dyes. I would do this sheep camp sweater that I really desperately want to do. I still don't have a sheep camp. I might be the only knitter alive who doesn't have a sheep camp sweater, but I do have the yarn set aside from Magpie Fibers. Again, this dark navy black that I love, and it's like my go-to main color, and Castaway from Spin Cycle, which is like golds and oranges and blues. I'm someday going to make the sheep camp. It's just a little bit finer gauge than the Gib. The Gib is more of a worsted, and I feel like it's more doable in 20 days. So if I was really crazy, I would do this too, but it's ready for me when I come home from Rhinebeck too. That'd be good fall, winter knitting. I also really want to knit this fall and winter the hat and mittens basic set from Purl Soho, and it's in their Purl Soho Widgeon yarn, which I love, this bright tomato. I keep turning to this color. I want to make a matching hat and mittens set sometime this winter, and maybe I'll bring this to Rhinebeck to knit, like as my New York knitting project, my travel knitting. But I still might just stick to, maybe I'll just bring this and see how far I can get this. If I can get my Gib done, I could maybe knit this in New York and maybe I could get another sweater done. I have no idea. See, unrealistically ambitious. It's okay. It's okay to like aim high and cast on all the things. In other knitting news this week, I feel like I have a lot of things coming out finally that I worked on months ago, which is fun because that happens every fall. It's kind of a seasonal thing, but I have that knit collage side tie vest that's coming out possibly for the fall knit along. And then I have 10 patterns that just came out from Gabba Gabba and Madeline Tosh that I've been working on for a long time. It's actually kind of like 20 patterns, honestly. So I designed, and I mean, that's a lot of work. I don't know if it seems like it, but it was 10 hat and scarf patterns because there's 5 characters in Gabba Gabba. And if you don't know, this is a very popular kids show that used to be on Nickelodeon and now it's on Apple TV. And it's really fun, really good music, really entertaining. My kids grew up on it and now they're a little older, but now there's a new season coming out for the younger generations, which is really, really fun. And so there are 5 main characters that are really colorful and like they're kind of like giant Sesame Street puppets, but a little bit different. So each character has its own hat and scarf in kid and adult sizes. So really it was like writing 20 patterns that reflect the characters. And then Madeline Tosh dyed this special custom yarn that exactly matches the characters. And so my garments can be knit like, you know, for your favorite character, for adults and for kids. And it's really fun. There's little shapes you can sew on for the little accents. And it was so much, it was a lot, but such a fun dream project and collab. We are huge Gabba Gabba fans, as I've mentioned before. We've done the crochet figures by Crafty is Cool, and we finally have a whole set of those. We're working our way through all of those. But then they asked me to do the knitting patterns for these accessories, and I was like, yes, this is amazing. I was so excited to say yes to this. So they came out really cute. There's some pictures from Gabba Gabba and from the Madeline Tosh staff. We all kind of took one with our kids. So me and Bowie modeled the Broby set. And so there's a Broby striped scarf and the Broby hat with the 3 little horns. And so it was just a really fun thing to work on. And I'm really excited about that yarn and the accessory collab. Also, thank you so much to the kind people who donated towards my GoPro. I felt so dumb. After I said that, I was like, why did I do that? But thank you, because that is going to make my GoPro dreams come true. I've been researching the different GoPro cameras that are kind of good for like a wide angle, good quality, lightweight, easy to wear. My goal is to get one that I can hook to my backpack so I can be hands-free, especially if I'm hiking in Iceland. It's kind of major for me, at least. I'm not like I don't like hike a lot. But this seems like a really doable. They have 2 different ones that I'm looking at, so I'm still researching my cameras, but thank you. That is gonna happen because of your coffee donations. I put a coffee link below that you can help me save up a little bit for the GoPro camera, which will also help my YouTube. I love to share when I go to New York City and when I go to Rhinebeck, and when I go to different festivals. I'm hoping to go to more. I'm hoping to go to Nash Yarn Fest in Nashville as well. And so when I'm out and about for things like that, it's really nice to have a camera that is not my cell phone, because all these years I've been filming on my cell phone. I'm filming on my cell phone right now. There's Dinah. And so your phone battery dies really quickly. And when you're traveling, that is not good. And, not the best quality. It's very shaky. You can see yourself walking and stuff. And so GoPro has a stabilizer. So like on the GoPro demo videos, they show like the GoPro on someone's helmet, and they're jumping dirt bikes off huge jumps, and the most bouncy things you can possibly do. And they show that the horizon just stays stable and steady. And so it's just like, I feel like this would be such an upgrade for my videos, but mostly Iceland. I want to take you along and do like a little bit of video when I'm out and about and show you the landscape and what it looks like, and even just kind of as a video journal for myself as well. It's just fun to document these things. And so thank you for helping me reach my GoPro goal. If you want to help out a little bit, even just like $2, it's just like when multiple people do that, it really helps out so much. And I'm sorry that I asked for that. It's so like dumb, and I'm sorry, but it is really, really helpful. It helps me upgrade the experience. So thank you so much. So last but not least, I have the coolest project bags to share and a giveaway. And it's so, 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 so good. So I don't do this very often, but on Instagram, Janine from Of June reached out and said, can I send you a bag and maybe a little bag for a giveaway? And I was like, yes. These are so amazing. So she has a handmade business that she started when she fell in love with knitting a few years ago, and she was wanting to create something functional but beautiful, and something that she could reuse, these fabric scraps. So she uses textile leftovers in her bags to make these patchwork designs. She's also done like zipper pouches that are so cool. They're so, so, so good. So she has a shop update today. Featuring her first batch of these one-of-a-kind quilted bags that are so, so, so cute. Look how good. So they can be used, like the little ones could be used like for toiletries, snacks, small things inside, like your notions, your scissors, anything like that, like your smaller things. They all have this drawstring on top. This one has like a little loop too if you wanted to clip it with a carabiner. The larger ones have the awesome drawstring as well, so you can cinch it and, keep your things tucked safely inside. But look how cute! Look how cute! So she's like, can I send you a bag? And yes, so this is I get to keep this awesome bag, and then I wanted to give away the little matching one. It is perfect for like your little notions or anything in your purse or in your knitting bag. But look how adorable these bags are, seriously. So once again, her shop name is Of June, and I'm going to put the website address and everything below, all the details, because if you use the discount code Jen Geigley, all caps, no spaces, which I'll put below as well, you can get 15% off any of her new bags in this new drop, which is such a generous discount. So go check that out. There's the links below. She's releasing her first batch of these today. It's a big deal, so go check them out for sure. It's so nice that discount's like a really big discount too for a handmade artist. You know, it's a lot of time goes into these. They're very sturdy, very well made. They're thick, like they're a really nice weight. They have this nice bottom on the bottom that stands flat when you put something in it. So like on your tabletop or on your floor, it's going to stand straight up and not just flop down. The drawstrings, the beautiful, awesome lining, like it's gorgeously, it's so nicely done. She has like her little shop tag inside. I just love this project bag. Seriously, she was so nice to send this to me. And then the little baby one, you don't have to be a knitter to enjoy this. This can go in your regular everyday bag. Again, it has the nice stand-up feature. It has the little loop in case you want to clip it to something. It has the drawstring. You can keep anything in this, but I would use this personally for my notions and my little scissors and measuring tape and all that good stuff. Every one of her quilted bags, which is this new release that she's doing today, are one of a kind, so you can't get this exact one, but there's lots to choose from. She also promotes other makers, so she will list the website and details of where this fabric came from, where her scraps came from. So this most recent batch of bags was created using leftover fabrics from a textile designer named Kat Judas. So that's such a cool idea, like you're promoting another handmade maker, but then also using all their leftovers and making these brand new things. So I think that's so neat. So if you want to win this mini patchwork bag that is so adorable, just comment below telling me what you would use this mini bag for, and I will pick a winner on the next week's video. Please beware of spam bots. I see this on every YouTube giveaway. I will not contact you and ask you for any of your personal information or anything weird like that. I'm just going to announce the winner next week in my Saturday video, and then I will tell you what to do next, and we'll figure that out. But I'm not going to ask you for anything weird. So if that's happening, it's not me, and just ignore it. And I'm just giving it away next week on the video. So yeah, just comment below. What would you use this little bag for? Would you use it for all your notions in your knitting bag? Or would you keep it in your purse and put little things like chapstick and stuff like that inside? Or what would you do with it? It's so cute. So please go give Of June a follow on Instagram. She is at ofjune_official on Instagram. You can go see all the rest of her things. Please go check out her website today and shop her new bags that she just dropped today. They're gonna go live at 10 a.m. Central. Use the discount code Geigley, all caps, one word, no spaces, to get 15% off. So generous. I can't get over it. That is so nice. Of all her new bags that go live today, let's go sell her out. Let's go buy them all. She also has a newsletter if you want to sign up for future updates. All of these links will be in the show notes below. Go check out Of June. I love supporting fellow makers, and she's doing some really cool stuff. And how cute, seriously, how cute are these bags? Thank you, Janine, so much for sending me this awesome project bag. I absolutely love it. Go check out her bags. Go buy something with the discount code. They are so, so cool. Okay, let's pause for a second, and here is Erica and I having our little coffee knitting day. We also do a little what are we wearing, talk about the sweaters we're wearing. I don't talk about what I'm knitting in the video because I'm making a knit collage thing for spring that I can't talk about, but we will go see what Erica is working on and talk about her stocking commissions. So let's go check that out.
Happy fall! I am wearing the Grapefruit Pink Lady, right? Good. Grapefruit Pink Lady by Thea Coleman, and it is knit in Farmer's Daughter's fiber.
Yeah, this is like our first taste of sweater weather. Yesterday it was 90 degrees and today it was like 57 when we came to get coffee. So I decided to wear my Morchella cardigan made of MDK Atlas in the color pear, which is my favorite yellow. It's very kind of oversized and soft and cozy for our sweater weather day. So yay.
And we found this beautiful
autumnal
red bush, the one in the parking lot.
Yeah. Happy sweater weather.
It's here.
Okay, so Erica and I are having coffee, and she's telling me about her newest stocking commissions, and she's become the Des Moines stocking knitter unofficially, and I don't know if she wants to do this all the time, but you have to hear the story because it is interesting.
So somehow I got started making the personalized Christmas stockings from like the 40s and 50s. So this is a bad example, but that's essentially yarn companies would send, you could buy it as a kit. So it would have all the yarn and accessories in there, and then knitters would, of course, personalize it with the name and the year, and then families would have all of the Christmas stockings throughout the years. And then each family obviously is a little different. Some families all have the same style and design, and then other families have different designs, but same company. So there are a variety of different ones, and they're all out there if you dig for them. But I just got a repeat commission for 4 Christmas stockings by Christmas. So
wow,
that's a lot. I said I would do my very best, but this is probably the 7th maybe stocking that I have made for this family, so it will look like that.
Wow. Oh my god.
With the little people holding hands. And you can tell from the pattern we're missing the Christmas tree, so whoever the original knitter was eliminated that 3rd color work repeat from the pattern. And so it's always helpful if the family, if I'm matching it, if the family has the original stocking, so I can get the size right.
Oh my gosh.
Wool is obviously
you go above and beyond.
Wool is obviously my preference, so I use Cascade 220 usually, but some families are really committed to continuing that Red Heart, which is fine. It's their Christmas stocking, so I do what they want. So I have charted up the names. So the black is the new one that I'll be doing, and then there's another page. So I've got it all charted out. It's hard when the name is really long. You have to kind of figure out if it's going to wrap around the front and the back and how you kind of squish it all in there.
Oh my gosh, with the year.
Yep, and some people, it's the birth year, and then some of them don't have the year on them. It's just kind of whatever the original knitter did. So I'm off and running with
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this particular commission was a friend whose aunt has a whole bunch of them that they display on the mantle, and wow, I just keep knitting for this same family, and yeah, I'm such a sucker. Even if I don't want to knit them, I love the story, and I love how much they mean to the family, and the idea of adding to something that they're going to keep, and yeah.
It's so special.
Yes.
But okay, no, I know. Don't everybody go ask Erica for stockings, because she can't do this all the time.
I already have enough families that are growing.
She's full. She's booked. But okay, talk about the stocking from last year, because that one was extra special, and it turned out so good.
And it came through Jen, actually. The woman had purchased knitting classes from Jen at an auction, at maybe an autism auction benefit a handful of years ago, and somehow through Jen, through Jen she found me on Facebook and sent me a message asking if I would do this, and I remember I was like, no, I'm not doing it, but okay, let's meet and we'll talk about it. And then she had so many different styles and designs that I hadn't seen before, that her husband's mom had knit originally, and the original stockings were crazy and intricate, and the mom had put her own style and design on it, and they had a liner, and so we kind of worked together to come up with the pattern that they wanted. So each family member had a completely different stocking and a completely different design.
Oh my gosh.
And so the woman had picked out the new design that she wanted, and I was able to track down the pattern on Etsy. And it was done in Red Heart, so that one definitely threw me for a loop, trying to figure out how that yarn reacts and trying to make it work with color work, because you know it's not quite as sticky as wool.
Yeah.
So I actually knit that one twice. The first one was gigantic. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
My gauge was wrong. And so then I cut it and threw it to the side in timeout, and then just started again and went down a couple of needle sizes, and it helped so much.
Oh
so
my
hopefully,
gosh.
And she was like, oh my God, you can't leave me. Don't move out of state. Where are you going? Because she had been trying to find someone to make their growing family extra Christmas stockings. And
my gosh. Because Erica, you make them perfect. They turn out absolutely perfect. I'm going to find pictures from you from before and add them in here, because you won't believe how good they are. And then everyone will ask you, but you can say no.
Oh gosh.
But don't ask her for stockings. Okay, so this stocking included beads and this beautiful fabric lining, which we went to Joann's to shop for the lining fabric.
Oh my gosh, in the height of holiday season.
At the height of holiday season. It was, really busy shopping weekend when we went. And the special ribbon, you had a lot of extra details.
Yeah, that one was intense. But also, these ones they're not easy, but you know, I've knit them so many times that they just fly off the needles, and it's a fairly simple design. That one was kind of fun, and although, you know, I was really complaining as I was putting all those beads on the Christmas tree, it really did turn out amazing, and the woman loved it. I went over to her house to drop it off, and she was just so thankful. And it's just really fun to hear moms brag about their kids, because her kids are all, you know, in their mid-20s now, and she just had so many fabulous things to say about them and tell me all about them and their family and how much it meant. So that's how I get sucked in.
It's totally worth it. I mean, that one turned out so beautiful.
It is.
It really was like extra special.
Yeah, it is. And then, you know, you guys have your Christmas stockings, but we do not have any of these marvelous Christmas stockings.
You should. No, you should. And your cats.
I know, right?
I mean,
so hard,
someday.
Though, to pick the design. And I would do like a Fair Isle, I think.
Okay.
Type of very traditional, kind of that Arne and Carlos that we went down last year.
We did.
Yeah, for that knit along, which was so fun.
It was fun. But you were also knitting other stockings at the same time.
It was double Christmas stocking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for telling me the Christmas stocking story, unless you had more.
Nope, that's it.
It is so interesting, and I love watching you do it. It's not something I would do, but I love watching you do it, and you do such a good job, so that's all. I just wanted to share.
I do not know how to say it. I think it's just the June beanie. It's Bun. And I don't know who the designer is, but if you look it up, or Jen will link it. So I just double-stranded it. It's really fun construction where you knit it side to side in sections, and then you slip, you know, the first two of every row, so you have this nice tidy edge. And then you just graft it together.
And you use stash yarn.
Yep, total stash yarn. It is Haiku Kenzie, which is forever ago.
I remember
that. Local hand-dyed yarn, mohair that is no longer, she doesn't dye any longer, but deep stash, super deep stash from when I used to have a store.
That's awesome. No, that turned out so cool.
This is that Peacefully Tat. Do you remember what that pattern's called?
No, but I have it too, and I've been waiting to do my leftovers. Okay, Parkside?
Parkside.
Awesome.
And So it is, I think they give you 3 sizes, and I've knit a previous one and I didn't think it was big enough because I have a lot of hair and I don't like it squishing. So I just added 10 stitches, and now it is like a dreamy, oversized stocking hat.
That's so good. Yeah. What's our sweater that we both have that I have to use the leftovers for that?
Cordy?
Yeah, Cordy.
Yeah, you could stripe it.
Oh.
But you probably have enough yellow.
I do have enough yellow. I have a whole, skated yellow, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
But that's the perfect thing for that.
I'm really into this, like, just real simple, like, ribbed look, or this garter stitch right now. Like, no design, just real simple, real basic.
Those are the best.
I could do a 1x1 rib pattern, I think, forever. It's so classic, and the decreases are so pretty.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good use for piece fleece.
Yeah, and this is deep stash piece fleece too.
Yeah, like they don't have that color.
I don't know.
I don't think they do, because the colored specks are so different.
It's well over 10 years old.
Wow, that's good.
Who knew you could actually knit from deep stash?
You do really well. That is all I have for this week, but thank you so much for hanging out here with me. I want to know in the comments below, are you going to Rhinebeck or not? Are you knitting fall sweaters, and what are you making? If you are going to Rhinebeck and New York Sheep and Wool, what are your plans and where are you going to be? What are you doing? Am I going to see you there? I bumped into a lot of people last year, and I hope that happens again because it's really fun. So if you see me, please say hi. If you see my friend Erica, please say hi. We plan on going to Cake Palooza Friday, then Indie Untangled, and then a Woolen Affair. So that's our big Friday day. And then we will be going to both days of New York Sheep and Wool, Saturday and Sunday. So we will be there. I plan to probably do the Podcasters on the Hill meetup. There's always that, and I don't know what day or when that, I'm sure it's Saturday. Don't know when it is, but if I find out what time it is, I'll be there. Otherwise, you can probably find me in the cider donut line or just looking around everywhere. That's kind of our loose plans. Still figuring out sweaters and what we're gonna wear. But yeah, let me know what your plans are. What are you doing? What are you knitting? Even if it's not Rhinebeck related at all, I wanna hear what your fall sweater plans are. But thanks for hanging out. Please go check out Of June and her new bag update. Go check it out. Discount code Jen Geigley, 15% off. Like that's huge. So go check those out. So kind of her to send me one. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Janine. That was awesome. Enter the giveaway for the little mini that matches my project bag. Just let me know what would you use this for in the comments, and you'll be entered to win, and I'll pick a winner next Saturday. I upload a new video every Saturday morning, so check back next week and see if I made any progress on my Gibb sweater and what's happening with that. I don't know. I can't promise anything. I have no idea. But thank you. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a great weekend and a great week ahead. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.